So we've got Sunday, August 24th today. Once again, it's been a couple of weeks since I made a video. It's just been very busy and hectic, and the weather hasn't been that great. Whole last week was very cold and just discouraging because it just really felt like fall coming. I mean, we had nights that were reaching to only +6 or 7, so it just was very cold and depressing. Anyway, but it's been warming up ever since yesterday, and we're supposed to have +30 and above 10 at night for a whole week straight. So the garden lives on. So just a quick update, I guess. As usual, my alyssum is doing really well. I love coming by and just smelling it. It smells so wonderful. I did manage, I don't know when, I think last week, I got all of my tomatoes. I pulled them out and trimmed all of the bottom leaves and a whole lot of just suckers and blooms that I didn't want to pollinate anymore. We're not gonna have that many warm days left, so I just want the tomatoes that are on here to ripen. And there's quite a few, and this is the biggest one of them all. I don't know how it all happened. I only have 2 or 3 different kinds of romas and mortgage lifters here, but somehow this one has the darkest foliage and it's just loaded. Before I cut it, because it was so bushy, I really thought that there were 2 different plants here or 3 different plants, but it's all just one big bush. A lot of tomatoes on it. Can't wait for them all to start turning. Even mortgage lifters in there. There are just so many compared to last year. Very happy about that. This amaranth looks so pretty. I can't wait for all of the side branches or shoots or whatnot to start just like busting out and blooming too. I'm happy. I have a few other ones like this one here in the back that's gonna trying to grow. I didn't give them enough space. First time I'm growing them, but I'm happy at least one is doing well. I think I have another one here that's doing not so bad also, and it's just a little tiny one trying to manage life. These sunflowers though are making me so happy. I sat down here yesterday by the fountain and just kind of looked around, and every angle I looked I saw a sunflower, and that's just a thing of beauty. So a lot of the ones by the shed are already just gonna turn down, and I'm waiting for the seeds to be ready to be harvested, but this one is the latest one that's just blooming so nicely and tall. And there's another one here that's going to come out soon. Can't wait to see that. And these munchkins, there's one that's branching out that we're gonna go see. Yeah, I started harvesting calendula, so I split one of the pots that I had with like 4 struggling to grow next to each other, so I just kind of put them in empty spots in different bags. I think I mentioned that last time I shot a video, but yeah, they're doing good and they're going to bloom for me. I have a new row of carrots here and a few beans. This is just the latest sowing, but the latest development that makes me so happy, especially after this whole cold week, is the fact that it looks like I'm about to have a flower or flowers on my, here's another view here, on my eggplant. So I pretty much gave up on that. I have few more eggplants in other bags, but these, for whatever reason, just started growing on me more and more. So I moved the bag over here so it gets a little bit more light, and hopefully we're going to have at least one baby eggplant. Another failure for this year is basil. It's doing better than what I did last year. I did transplant a few baby plants from the herb garden into pots. So there's one terracotta pot by the fireplace or fire pit, And I think I have another one somewhere, but I don't know where. Anyway, oh, I put one here, just trying to give them more space and more light, and hopefully I still have some time to grow some basil. I did harvest a few leaves here and there, but nothing what I expected or wanted, so it is what it is. Live and learn. Every year it's a little bit better. So yeah, these tomatoes, can't stop staring at them. This zucchini is my second sowing, and then I have a third one right here. So we already harvested the zucchini from here, and then we had a bunch of male flowers, and I think that's just due to weather. And those ones are about to bust out with flowers as well, so I think we'll still have quite a few zucchinis. And these two bags are cucumbers that actually look like growing quite nicely. So yeah, I'm happy I did that. It's the first time that I really tried my hand at succession sowing, and it's worked out quite well. What a lovely view all the way to the sunflowers. This chamomile's been growing insane every day, and sometimes honestly twice a day I come in and have to harvest a lot. Here's another lonely cucumber. I think it was just left over and I didn't know what else to do with it. Here's 3 basil plants that I cannot put here, and the plan is that I'll move this terracotta pot into the house once it gets too cold. So that's one of the reasons why I did that. And I got a bag of spinach. I bought the spinach seed packet on Amazon, and it's called the Winter Giant. I have one growing here. I'm just gonna left it here so that the soil doesn't dry out. And they're just starting to poke out. There's a couple more here. So yeah. So what I did today is I transplanted my avocado. I transplanted the 2 mangoes over there in a same size pot, but gave them more soil that's more fresh organic soil mixed with perlite and sand, because I think they were just too waterlogged, and I was worried that they haven't been really growing. That's the problem, and I thought maybe I just didn't do a good enough job with the soil, so that's what I did. And I actually had 3 more seeds of mango that germinated at home, so I planted them, and now I'll bring those 3 inside the house, I think, until they germinate. Yeah, so cucumbers and zucchinis every day, or every few days I pick out a lot of leaves that are that have a bunch of powdery mildew on the zucchinis and cucumbers especially, and I actually have to do some more on here. But it is growing new foliage and more cucumbers for me, both plants actually. Just saw it right here. So I'll be picking these cukes. I already have a few at home, and I'll be making pickles tonight. And then the peppers, we've already picked quite a few. There's that big green one. I don't know if I can see. There it is. It's kind of visible here. It's a big one. Oh yeah. And we've been having so many beans and carrots. There's a jalapeno growing there. And then there's another one. Okay, I really don't need to be pointing out every single pepper, but they just make me so happy when they grow. So these plants here don't have much on them. This one has a few jalapenos. There's actually a couple of plants here. And this one doesn't really have anything, but it's very bushy, and now it has flowers, so hopefully we'll get some more peppers. The carrots, this is the original sowing, and they're almost done. They are big, juicy, and tasty. So every day or every couple of days, we pick a few, and beans as well. Although beans now, I think yesterday was the latest harvest of beans here, and I think they need some time now. They're getting quite tired, but hopefully with this nice weather over the next week we're gonna get more flowers, and hopefully they'll give us some more. And we even harvested 2 of the red onions, and it was actually due to the fact that I didn't go shopping and we didn't have any onions in the house. So my love needed onions yesterday for cooking, and he picked 2, which worked out because I had these 2 zucchini plugs that I didn't have a spot for them anymore, and they were just sitting drying out in the fire pit in little plug trays. So I popped one in there, and I did pop one. We'll go over to the other side to the herb garden. I popped one in there as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention my poor peas. They have to be covered because they just got decimated by birds. Those pesky birds. So they were growing so nicely. They were about a foot high, all of them. And then that happened in just a matter of a few hours. So I guess I have to cover it up and keep it like that. Moving on, still waiting for grapes, but I noticed that they are turning. I think on here you kind of see the purple color, and the leaves have just been growing like crazy. You can't even see how many grapes we have, but there are a lot. So soon, very soon, we're gonna have a nice grape harvest. Oh, and my cosmos here finally opened. How beautiful. And these are just leftovers again that I put in pots wherever I had, because I had just so many seeds started. And the same thing with all these sunflowers, but we are gonna have sunflower seeds from this one, but it's not ready yet, although they are kind of getting more loose now. So waiting for that, and the ones by the shed. Any other ones, these below here, munchkins and just extra zinnias and stuff. I've picked a lot of yarrow to dry. I'm actually drying a lot of herbs like parsley, and well, parsley I'm freezing, but mint and what else am I doing? Yarrow, mint, calendula petals for rice. Here's the sunflower view. And zinnias. What else am I drying? Oh, and so yeah, and chamomile, sage. So that's something I'm doing for the first time ever. These geraniums stopped blooming for me, and I think it's just due to, well, I don't know. I think like the foliage looks nice now, and I flipped them around, so maybe they just don't really fully like the spot there. But I mean, or maybe it's just the way they grow. They do look nice and healthy, though no blooms, but they had a ton of blooms before, and I see some new ones forming, so maybe they just needed to take a break, recharge until they start blooming again. And the pansies over there are just, they keep going. So my love decided to build an obstacle course for our 2 dogs, for Silo and Chucky. So that's what this is as of today. Still no clue what is happening with my hostas, but the vinca vine and petunias are doing well. And I noticed that my sweet peas were kind of drying out in that pot, so I gave them a good drink of water today, and hopefully they'll still continue to bloom for me. And so another obstacle over there. And I was watering today, and then I turned around and I'm like, wow, once again, I completely forgot that this even exists. This garden that I created last year, and I just keep forgetting to do anything with it. It's one of those. I saw this whole bag of carrots here, but as you can see, it's very sunny in my garden, but this area, it's mostly in the shade, and that's really the reason why there's only 4 or 5 carrots that germinated over there, but oh well. And then also snails or some sort of like butterflies or whatnot. Something's been just eating my Swiss chard and my kale, so I also covered it up here, and they're bouncing back now, so I'm just gonna keep this on for a while. And this is the other round of sunflowers that I'm just waiting for them to be ready for picking. They are just not ready. They're super tight. Just not ready. The color is right, and they could be more yellow. They do have some brown spots on the bottom, but I think they need more time to kind of loosen up a little bit from what I know, what I've seen on YouTube. So yeah, here's the view from here, and then we'll look at the herb garden. And so another development, my love went ahead and trimmed this cherry tree and the other one, and because of that we have way more light over here for the tomatoes in the herb garden, which is great, because now these tomatoes have way more sun throughout the day, especially in the afternoon. They're not getting shaded anymore. Like right now they are, but before they weren't, so that's great. Mortgage lifters, so awesome. They're just so nice. Can't wait. Yeah, and everything here is going great. It's finally starting to fill in with the marigolds just like I wanted to from the beginning. And it's so funny because all this parsley and the mint looks pretty bushy, but I just picked so much yesterday. It's incredible how fast it grows. And soon I'm gonna have to start doing the same with the oregano because I keep picking it for cooking and it just keeps growing. So yeah, and the marigolds, so cute. So now we're gonna go. Here's clematis, and then check this out. They are not ready yet, but wow, I am so happy with this load of plums. I was checking them earlier. They were still quite hard. I think they need at least another week before I can think of harvesting them. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, and then everything here. Some flowers. The obstacle course. Yeah, and here's the view of the path and my cosmos. I really like this mix of colors here, and there's actually zinnias here as well. Also doesn't get a whole lot of light, and I had to tie them up because they're just so big. But and Lavaterra too. It was a good mix with the cosmos. But at least I have sunflowers. Oh, and I wanted to. So this is supposed to be the seashells. How beautiful is that? There's another one opening. I was wondering why they're called seashells, and now I know. These petals. So pretty. So pretty. And then looks like we're gonna have another flush of raspberries. So here's another view of my tomatoes, because why not? So awesome. My dad came over today, and then we were sitting in the backyard just looking around, and Dad was asking around, oh, so what is this? That's beets growing, what are you gonna do with it? And just all the vegetables, so interested. It was so nice. Anyway, my begonia is beautiful as ever. Geraniums. Oh, my pitcher plant, just took it outside to water it, so now it's just drying on a barbecue. And here we have, well, the color is so different on camera as it is in real life. That's better. Here's the blue. And then I'm gonna have these. These are also cosmos, and I don't remember which kind, but I think it's going to be yellow. It almost looks like a marigold, but it's going to be cosmos. Unless I'm like super confused here. But I'm pretty sure this was gonna be the cosmos, like a yellow one. We'll see. Okay. So my love told me today how much he really likes the nasturtiums along this path. He enjoys the smell every time he's walking by. I can't wait to move to the island because I just know the nasturtiums are gonna grow so much better over there. Sometimes I look at the gardens like from England. There's another one. Not doing so good anymore. So some English gardens that I've seen on YouTube, just due to the weather, nasturtiums are doing so good over there, and hopefully Ireland is gonna be the same. Oh yeah, here's another. It's not what I wanted. I thought these two pots of bachelor buttons and alyssum are going to just be so full, and the bachelor buttons are gonna stand up straight and give me a flush of bloom while there's just a carpet of white on the bottom, and that's really not how it worked out. But it still flowers and it's still making me happy. And here's a couple of new flowers finally on my impatiens. When I was at store today shopping, I went and bought some asters for one of the pots at the front because I just couldn't handle looking at these sorry looking impatiens. So we'll come around and I'll show it. Oh, Amazon came. I didn't realize. That is my baking dish. All right. My hydrangeas, so beautiful. These ones are still about to bloom. These finally have started, and how huge. Here's my hand. Wow, so beautiful. And then these ones are now starting to turn pink. My favorite stage of these is when it's white like that. There's some more of them like that. There's only a few left. So when we move to the island, we want to have a moon garden where we're going to have just a bunch of white flowers. When we come home after walking our dogs in the evening and it's a starry moonlit evening, these flowers look so beautiful, especially like the white ones and the edges of the hostas and I think it's called bacopa that's in a urn planter. Oh, it just looks so wonderful. So we want to have a moon garden when we move to the island because they just glisten in the moonlight. Okay, so we're gonna quickly go. So this guy's doing good, and then so this is the asters I bought today, and this is another pot of my impatiens or sun patience. Oh, I forgot I have to trim all the lily heads. And so my vegetables, I watered them yesterday. They're actually doing pretty good here. Looks like we're gonna have some lettuce and radishes. The beets not doing so great. Something's just eating them, I guess. And kale too. We'll see if they manage to grow stronger. And dill is not doing well also. But what I noticed is that we're actually going to have some tomatoes, which is unexpected because I really didn't give them much of a chance over here. So yeah. Oh, maybe what I'll do is take a quick peek at the garden from here. I can't see. And then as usual, we'll just go back where we came from. And that's gonna be it for this week. Last year and this year especially, is the first time that I'm just succession sowing non-stop, and it's just so encouraging, and it keeps me going throughout the entire season, because sometimes around this time of the year I'll be somewhat discouraged to continue because just the weather changing and it's not as... Oh, hi baby. Oh, you come to say hello? Oh, hello. Yeah, but I keep going this year. Oh my goodness, we're gonna finish on this sunflower today. Right, Silo baby? Who loves you? Who loves my baby? Oh my goodness. All right. And that will be it for this week.